Hi friends and family, I am Deborah and today I am making the best tea in Memphis. I was born and raised in and around Memphis and I grew up and we started going to a restaurant called Casablanca, and that is where this recipe comes from. We used to get it when we would go there. When I lived there, we actually had to move to Nashville for work, womp womp, but that's okay. And anyhow, we would get it there. You can get it hot, you can get it cold, and I couldn't find a recipe online anywhere, so I talked to the man, I think he was the owner, and he told me how to make it. And they actually sell a mix for it, which originally I never bought, and so I just made it with regular black tea bags, but now I do have the mix, so you can make it with or without. So I'm gonna show you how I make the best tea in Memphis today, so come along with me.
First, the ingredients, you will need some honey, some black tea. I actually have the Casablanca mix. For years I used to use black tea bags, but now I have the mix. You will need a chunk of ginger, some lemon, and some sage. This actually came from my garden.
Additionally, what I have changed over the years, when I bought this and opened it, immediately I could tell that it had some mint in it. So now I also add a little bit of mint from my garden. First, add your water to the pot. So this is about 2 quarts of water. Then you're gonna want to peel your ginger. So the easiest way I have found is to use a spoon, and you just start scraping off all of the skin. If you leave a little bit, that's okay, because you're gonna end up taking it out of the water later, but this way you'll get more of the flavor coming into the water, into the tea. Once you finish scraping off all the skin, cut them into little discs and put them in the water. This is actually my ginger plant that I have been growing this year, and it is close to being harvested before our frost comes. So ginger is a root vegetable and all the ginger will be under there. Once you have your ginger in the pot, then bring it to a boil and let it cook for about 15 minutes.
Once it has finished boiling for 15 minutes, turn it off, and then you will add your sage, mint, and tea.
In the past, I have just torn up the sage and put it in the water and then sifted it out later. But now I have an infuser, so I'm gonna put my sage, my mint, and my tea into this infuser. So I use the loose tea now because I have their mix. Before, I would just put the black tea bags into the water to steep. If you're using black tea bags, use about 5 or 6, or you'll figure out what your favorite taste is depending on whether you like it stronger or less strong. And for me, I'm gonna use the mix, so I'm gonna use probably 3-ish tablespoons of mix to steep.
You can see the water has gotten a little bit darker already just from the ginger, and now I'm gonna put the infuser in the water. And I'm gonna let it steep for probably 5 to 7 minutes. Once your tea is steeped to your likeness, then it is time to add in the honey.
Now, I remember back in the day when he was telling me how to make the tea, he said the honey is the secret ingredient, lots of honey. So I am a true Southerner, but as I've gotten older, I like my tea less and less sweet. You'll have to decide for yourself how sweet you like it. I used to add a whole honey bear, which would be 12 ounces of honey. I'm gonna start adding some honey and see how sweet I like it. ended up putting in about a cup of honey. Okay, I added a little bit more honey. All right. So then what you want to do, you can either drink it hot or drink it cold. If you want to drink it cold, let it cool off in the pot a little bit longer and then pour it into a container. You can use a pretty little container like this and practical like this. This is the one that I usually store in the refrigerator. Easy pour, and it kind of keeps the ginger in the container. Did I mention we love Memphis? I also like to store with the ginger still in it. It makes it super zingy. The longer it sits in there, the more intense it will get. So if you don't want to have a crazy bite to it, then take your ginger out now. Otherwise, leave it in there and it is so tasty. Serve it with a slice of lemon. This tea truly is tasty. So I hope you guys give it a try. All right, have a good day. Love you. Bye-bye.